It's Friday morning, 7:45, and you are looking live at Joint Base Andrews, where President Trump will board Air Force One for his key summit in Alaska with Vladimir Putin. The president has left the White House, and he should be at Andrews in just a matter of moments. If he gets there, if he talks, of course, we'll bring you that live. But joining us now is Ukraine's former Foreign Minister, Dmytro Kuleba. Foreign Minister, thank you so much for joining us. As you look ahead to this summit between President Trump and President Putin this morning, what is the one thing that you are most anxious about?
That it's not going to produce any results. What we need today is to keep the door open, to continue the conversation, to pave the way towards more meaningful conversation with the participation of Ukraine and European nations. If that does not come out of the meeting in Alaska, that will be a big blow, and Ukrainians will feel extremely frustrated.
So, Mr. Minister, you published a piece for Foreign Affairs back in May with the headline, "The Delusions of Peacemaking in Ukraine." In it, you write in part this: the war in Ukraine is much more likely to continue than it is to stop. Putin has no reason to let up, and Zelensky has no reason to give in. The Ukrainian president believes that conceding part of Ukraine now would eventually lead Kyiv to lose all of it. For him, under these circumstances, the ceasefire at the end of the tunnel is the light of an oncoming train. Nothing but death is predetermined. Trump and others have the power to change their opinions and tactics, but the best Europeans could do now is accelerate their efforts to arm Kyiv and themselves. So, sir, it was a broad agreement that fortifying Ukraine with arms and with supplies would be the best thing that President Trump could do. Those who back Ukraine believe that. The president has not signaled a willingness to do that yet. So is there any other outcome today that could hearten you? Perhaps, is it a security guarantee? Is it Trump's refusal to give up land? Is there anything today that could be perceived as even a small victory for Kyiv?
Well, first, I think there will be no land deal today in Alaska. And this idea of a land swap that has been discussed widely recently over the last days and weeks, it's just not workable. It's not going to work. But what is critical is that we've seen a different Trump when it comes to his policy towards Russia over the last months. He has become more assertive. The only unanswered question remains is whether his strong words towards Russia will turn into strong action towards Russia. And that's what Putin is trying to avoid with this meeting in Alaska. Is ceasefire an attainable goal? Yes, it is. Is the end to the war in Ukraine attainable at this point? No, it is not. Even if there is a pause in the form of a ceasefire, there is a wide understanding that it will only be a pause. And the crucial question will be who will take advantage of this pause better, Russia or Ukraine and its friends. But anyway, the conversation itself is a good sign, and it needs to be continued. And because Ukrainians, they keep fighting and they will keep fighting, but it is also true to say that Ukrainians are exhausted, and we all need a chance for peace to secure.
President Trump said yesterday a mark of success for this summit would be if there would soon be a second summit that could involve President Zelensky. However, the Kremlin has certainly not agreed to that. Not yet, anyway. Former Foreign Affairs Minister for Ukraine, Dmytro Kuleba, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we're taking another live look here at Joint Base Andrews, just outside Washington. There is Air Force One on the tarmac. President Trump left the White House a short time ago en route via motorcade to the plane, where he will take off for Alaska, and he will meet Russia's President Vladimir Putin for the first time in a one-on-one summit since the infamous incident in Helsinki 7 years ago. We, of course, will have complete coverage. Morning Joe. We'll be right back.